Folks, hundreds of thousands of dollars are going missing. I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending July 24th, 2024. A while back, I was speaking to somebody. He was part of a home purchase, and as it's approaching closing, he had transferred a bunch of money to the lawyer. The lawyer had sent him an email saying, please transfer the money to such and such account. That's what the buyer did. The lawyer called the buyer at some point and said, hey, when are you going to transfer the money? And the buyer's saying, what are you talking about? I did that already, and sent them the receipt. Turns out the email that the buyer received from the lawyer was actually not from the lawyer. Somehow, some way, somebody had hacked into one of the two email accounts, either the lawyer's or the buyer's, and created this fictitious email that seemed like it came from the lawyer asking for the money to be transferred in an account that did not belong to the lawyer, and hundreds of thousands gone, finished. Like, this is what they're trying to sort out now. This is happening often. This is not an isolated situation. Oh, I can't believe that's happening. We're hearing these stories now on a regular basis. So much has changed when it comes to fraud these days and misrepresentation, and you don't know who's who. We're in a day where sellers are selling a home they don't even own. That's happening. We have as simple as a bank draft or a certified check. Do you recall when those were like cash? If I went to my bank account and I deposited a bank draft or a certified check, it was like cash. It was instant. Not anymore. There's a hold on certified checks, bank drafts, for them to be verified. So, look, I don't have the conclusion here that's going to fix all this. I'm not some genius cybersecurity. But I am saying that this can happen to anybody, and be extra cautious. The people committing these crimes, they're really focused on what they're doing. And part of their focus is also taking advantage that sometimes we're not so focused on our end as to what we're doing. So let's be extra cautious, be extra careful. Let's double check everything. If you're transferring money, know which account you're transferring to. Sometimes just make that phone call, confirming some details with somebody on the other end before you just listen to what they're, or take the instructions an email is telling you. I know it sounds crazy, but it's what we have to do to protect ourselves these days. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link up here to my calendar. There's a link below this video in the description, also to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the Peel and Durham region real estate numbers. Here we go, folks. We're going to take a close look at Mississauga, Brampton, and Durham real estate numbers for detached properties. I've got average sold prices here for 3 months. And if we just take a quick look as to where prices were 3 months ago, so the end of April, beginning of May, to where we are now, week ending July 24th, overall, in each of these areas, average prices have come down. Trending down has kind of been the theme for all these three areas here. We're going to start off with Mississauga. So 27 detached properties were sold for week ending July 24th. 3 of those were at $2 million or more. Now let me just say something on sales trending down. There's all sorts of factors out there, affordability, interest rates. I mean, we can go on and on. However, it's also seasonal that sales trend down. Happens just about every year at this time of the year, the end of July, August, sales do come down. Lots of people on holidays, lots of people have other things on their mind. If you have kids, you're focused on back to school or having the last few days. If you're thinking of selling and your kids are home, you're thinking, in a few months in September, my kids will be school. I'd rather have my home for sale then, where I could keep it clean and neat and organized. All sorts of thoughts go through people's mind, causing August to be one of the slower months, we'll say, for sales. So seasonal that sales are trending down. So 27 detached properties are sold. Average sold price has also been trending down in Mississauga. The average sold price for week ending July 24th for detached properties, $1,459,000. 1,459 is 3% lower than where the prices were this time a year ago. The median price is 2% higher. If you look at the dotted line, which is a 4-week moving average, it's pretty clear. Average prices and median prices have been trending down in Mississauga. 27 we said were sold, 15% sold at list price or more. That percentage has been trending down. 95 were listed. Active listings, although it's down from the previous week, overall active listings has been trending upwards. Months of inventory sitting at 5.8. Now it took a big jump because of where sales were at, but overall, just the trend, months of inventory, that's what we're talking about. Months of inventory trending up as average prices trend down. That's Mississauga. Let's look at Brampton. Sales, little bit each week, but overall, sales are trending down. 42 detached properties were sold. No properties sold at $2 million or more. Average sold price down from the previous week to $1,097,000. $1,097,000 is the lowest average sold price we've had all year. Trending down pretty clear. Compared to last year, $1,097,000 is 7% lower. Now, when we study these numbers on a weekly basis, we'll get all sorts of peaks and valleys, ups and downs. But when we look at year over year, especially for Brampton, it gets pretty clear. Average prices are lower than what they were a year ago. We're 8% lower, 10% lower, 10%, 14, 8, 12, 12, 9, 10, 7. I mean, it's pretty clear. The theme is there. We are 7 to 10% lower on average, lower than last year's average sold price. Median price is 2% lower than where we were this time a year ago. Dotted line, the 4-week moving average, shows prices for average and median trending downwards. 42 were sold, a third sold at list price or more. Now, when I say that, sold at list price or more, it doesn't necessarily mean that buyers are competing and there's multiple offers. It could be that properties had a tough time selling. Seller has reduced the price. It's so competitive, that price, or so aggressively low now, that a buyer jumps in and says, yep, I'll give you that amount, and just buys it at list price. That's what that percentage may mean in some situations. 155 were listed, active listings, 891. That number, it's lower than what it was the previous week, but overall has been trending upwards. Months of inventory sitting at 4.9. So months of inventory trending up, average price trending down. That's a normal relationship between the two. Let's look at Durham. Now for Durham, I'm using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as my Durham sample, but still only detached properties. So for week ending July 24th, 39 detached properties were sold. No properties sold at $2 million or more. Sales, no surprise, trending down. Average sold price, trending down. We're now at $1,049,000 as the average sold price in Durham. $1,049,000 is 11% lower year over year. The median price is 15% lower. Both are trending down, median and average sold price. 39 were sold, 36% sold at list price or more. That percentage is trending down. Listings up from the previous week, and active listings are continuing to climb. Months of inventory sitting at 2.9 months of inventory. That's one of the highest we've seen in a long time. We had the 1 week here of 3.5, but overall, 2.9 is one of the higher weeks we've had of months of inventory. Here's a quick summary. We're pretty much in a balanced market or a buyer's market, depending on which neighborhood you're buying or selling in when it comes to your detached properties. Either a balanced market or either a buyer's market. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.